strikeout rate and became a superstar. But it's just a different, it's a different physical comp. I mean, you're talking guys with long levers. To me, Gregory Polanco is not that far off of a comp of O'Neill Cruz, right? Similar size. Gregory Polanco was 6'6". He had the hitch in his swing, but power, speed, ran like a deer. Timmy, like 6 steps, and he was the first base. It was crazy to watch. Same thing with O'Neill Cruz. You look up and he's at first base. He is fast because of the long legs, and he's athletic. There's all kinds of things that's just so hard when you're that tall to make it. So.
And where is Gregory Polanco today?
Is he in Asia? Did he just retire? Oh, he is?
He's in Japan. He's in Japan, yeah. But just to give you,
do you know how he's doing?
I'd have to look it up, but I haven't seen anything jumping off the pages.
I always had a soft spot for Gregory Polanco. I met him.
Yeah,
I actually talked to him.
I'll get that information for you for Sunday.
Very soft-spoken gentleman, very nice kid. When I met him, you pull for guys like that. He seemed like a nice guy to me. Just could never hit. So,
you know that Tatis Jr. Is the same age as O'Neill Cruz.
Wow.
He's older by about 2 months.
Wow. Let that sink in, everybody.
Yeah. Put that. Yeah, give you a little perspective, right?
Yeah. Where's your buddy? Where's your buddy Tatis Jr. Tim? Where is he?
I think I heard he bought a motorcycle dealership somewhere.
I thought you said we were going to say at the DMV. So, all right. So
they won't give him a license, probably.
Jeter Downs, Sam. We've been waiting on Jeter Downs, speed and power, and I had no idea he was going to get called up, and he was hitting like 160 or 70 in AAA, and he gets the call, Timmy. Last year he hit 190, he struck out 30% of the time. This year he's hitting 180, striking out 31% of the time. He does have 11 home runs. He does have 11 stolen bases. What odds, and I'm looking from 1 to 100, do you give him for success in the major leagues?
10%.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, it's a tough game. It really is. And just an FYI for people looking at Duran in Boston, he's playing very, very well. But, and here's the big but, they're heading into Toronto next week for 3 games.
He's not vaccinated.
He's not vaccinated. So if you're looking at Duran for next week and at the beginning of the week, don't.
Yeah.
You'll be wasting a roster spot.
Yeah, and plus it's doubly hard to make it in Boston, to me, because that's such a veteran lineup. They've just got regulars at every spot, and Jarren Duran's a better player than Jeter Downs, and they got to find a spot for him to play before Jeter Downs gets a shot.
Well, and again, hey, we all have choices to make in life. This choice could end up seeing him back at AAA.
What?
And hey,
you're back to Jarren Duran?
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know, Tim. That'd be interesting. That would, I wonder if there would be I wonder if there'd be a grievance filed if they did that.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, but again,
because the Red Sox can make the argument, look, we need 26 players, and you know we have a right to do that, and the grievance could be you're penalizing me for not being vaccinated.
Yeah, we had a spot for you. You weren't there.
Yeah, I kind of hope it happens. I like to see what unfolds.
All I know is Duran has played incredibly well.
He's got a lot of talent, Emmy, and
he does.
But they've got to make a roster move. They got to make a roster move for him to continue to see full-time at bats, and I think that's like a Jackie Bradley Jr. to me. I think that's his spot. So.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it shakes down.
Nolan Gorman's up to 6 home runs in 29 games. I don't know what he did last night, Timmy. I was at a game. But he's striking out 32% of the time. Is he more like – I love this question. Is he more like Austin Riley or Bobby Dahlbeck?
I'm going to go with Austin Riley.
I'm going to go with Austin Riley as well. With a little bit of Bobby Dahlbeck. But I'm going to go more Austin Riley than Bobby Dahlbeck.
Yeah, I think Gorman is going to be fine. He's a young player. He's, 22 years old?
He is, yep.
Yeah, he's a young player, and I think there's better days ahead. But again, St. Louis is awful crowded. They're playing fairly good baseball. You know how you take Donovan out of the lineup. You know, when he's playing as well as he is.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're looking for full-time at-bats out of Gorman, you're probably not going to see them this year. But I think there's enough at-bats that he holds value on your fantasy squad. Just not as much as, per se, you might like.
Yeah, totally agree, Timmy.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, and then I've got something to share with Tim that I think he might be semi-impressed. So we get back, we'll find out what that is. It has nothing to do with baseball, Timmy. I don't do anything in baseball that's impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Rory Gallagher, Timmy. I've never been. It was a tad before my time, just maybe
Right.
2 years before my time. Even though I think his big stuff was in the late '70s, you know, I just wasn't there. I decided.
Yeah,
to,
his heyday was 70. I'd say 72 to 75 was probably his peak, right through to 79. Yeah.
Everyone knows I play the guitar. I learned my
Yes,
first
very good.
Rory Gallagher song on the guitar, "Bad Penny." So, which is just a great
Good
tune.
song.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
song. I encourage everybody to go out to YouTube and take a spy at it. And I was really good, and so I'm and they're playing it, just playing on the acoustic guitar. You know, it's got that great opening riff, and Lori goes, "Boy, that sounds really good."
Yeah.
And I go, "Well, thank you." And that's Rory Gallagher, and it was like, "Who?" So that's I got the Who.
No, it's not the Who. It's
No,
Rory
it's
Gallagher.
Rory Gallagher. So I had a lot of fun doing that.
Timmy,
Timmy,
for you.
Go ahead.
I'm looking forward to hearing you do that song.
There you go. Well, just come down to visit me, and I will play it for you.
Yeah.
So it's a very easy song. I mean,
That's awesome.
even the guitar part, the solo parts are pretty easy. So, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Timmy, let's play the over/under game, and then we're going to find out who you're picking
Okay.
up, and I'm going to let you go. So, I think these questions are fun. Hopefully you enjoy them, and hopefully our listeners will get a lot out of it. First and foremost, let's talk Aaron Judge. Timmy, he's up to 27 home runs. I don't know if he hit a home run last night, but we're at 43% of the season. 60 home runs over/under.
Right. Under.
Really? How much under?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go 50, 56, 57, somewhere in there. I think he's going to get to 50. Basically everything has worked perfectly so far for the Yankees, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely everything. They got a big lead in the division. Everybody has been healthy for the most part. Stanton missed a little bit of time. But, as we get into the second half and we get into August, September, if the Yankees hold that lead in the division, there's no reason they won't. They'll start resting some players.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Judge he hasn't spent nary 10 minutes on an IL this year. I think if you're
surprising.
I think if you're playing with the odds and just working with the numbers, odds say that he'll finish with less than 60. I hope he bests 60. I really do. But, he's got to do what he's done all year continuously, right through the balance of the season. And I think the odds are in the under as compared to the over.
Let me ask you another question not on the list, Timmy. Does Yordan Alvarez catch him for home run leader?
They'll be tied at the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be close.
If he played in Yankee Stadium, that guy might hit 80 home runs. So,
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, he's even with his bad hand, he's coping. How's that?
Let's see. All right, so that's just an individual, but I wanted to set that up for the rest are league-wide over-unders. So,
Okay. Yeah,
hitters,
I was trying to figure this one out. I'm still a bit puzzled, but
you are?
I'm always puzzled, yes.
Okay, hitters with 39 or more home runs, Timmy, at the end of the season, I got the over-under at 9. That's what I meant by that. I apologize. I should have been clearer than that. So hitters that have, the reason I did 39 because there was a lot of players that hit 39 home runs last year. 9 of them did it last year.
Mm-hmm.
How many hitters have 39 or more home runs by the end of the season? Over under 9.
Over.
Over. Wow. Tell me why.
Well, I'm looking right now. Right now we've got 8 at 19, 1 at 18, and 4 at 17. Okay, that gives you a grand total of 10, 12. That gives you 13 on pace. I think it's going to be 10 or 11 because somewhere in here we're going to see a player like Rafael Devers have a sick week in which he hits like 6 or 7 home runs. Shohei Ohtani hasn't had a great first half. He's hit 15 home runs, but
Bryce
he's going to
Harper's
pick
had
up the...
just an okay first half, too.
Yeah, so I think there are players out there that are going to pick up the pace. Juan Soto's only got 14 home runs. He could hit 40. You know, there's players out there, and I just think it's going to be bested by 1 or 2 players this year.
Interesting. We would have said that 2 months ago, Tim.
No, 2 months ago they were using a soft rubber ball, weren't they? Something along those lines.
Or a soft lead ball. So it's
well, and that's the tricky part is we're trying to make predictions on the second half, and we have no idea what Major League Baseball is even going to do with the baseball. Do we really? Yeah, because they're always dicking around with it. They got to stop that. They got to stop that right away. That's got to end.
I bet you many people, because you're probably looking at the stat lines, don't realize who is leading the major leagues in stolen bases, Timmy, and it is John Berti of the Miami Marlins. He has 21 stolen bases.
Yeah, he's had an amazing June. He really has. Hey, and again, it's John Berti, so you got your 21 stolen bases, and that's a really good thing. The OBP is 383, batting average is good. 2 homers, 14
You know how many
RBIs.
stolen bases he's had in June, Tim? Or the last 30 days?
17.
19 stolen bases. 19 stolen bases in the last 30 days. Who saw that coming?
So that means he had 2. He had 2 in the 60 days before that?
That is correct.
I'm going to take the under, okay, on 19, okay, for July. How's that?
Yeah, it's kind of what Nicky Lopez did when he stole 5 bases in one game and I think wound up with 17 for the season. I don't know what he's doing this year, but that was a sucker draft pick as well. People thinking he was going to steal bases. Anyway, so hitters with 30 or more stolen bases, I have the over-under at 6 for the year. There were 6 that did it last year.
Yeah, as we're sitting right now, there's 7 players with 14 or more stolen bases. Mm-hmm. After that, it drops to 12, and there's another 7 players at 12. I'm gonna go under. I have a hard time thinking that Julio Rodriguez is going to maintain the pace he's on. John Berti could end up with 24 stolen bases on the season. Yeah. You just don't know with Berti. You don't know what's going to happen there.
Mateo's going to hit. Is going to steal 30, Timmy, unless he loses playing time. Mullins is probably going to get 30. Trey Turner, you would think, could hit 30. Here's a good one. Let's look at the guys with 12. Give me the ones. Give me 2 that you see most likely to push up towards 30. You got Acuna, Arozarena, Jazz Chisholm, Jose Ramirez, Marcus Semien, Kyle Tucker, and Eli White. Timmy, all of those guys are sitting there with 12. Which one of those is going to have the best chance at getting 30?
Ronald Acuna.
Really?
He's got 12 since coming back in 160 at bats.
I guess 41 games. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. He's about 20 games light over the pack. I think Acuna's got a great chance. He should get to 30 stolen bases. The rest, I really don't know. I don't have any strong feelings on any of them other than Marcus
Chisholm.
Marcus Semien's had a really nice June. Okay, and his overall numbers are improving. Jazz Chisholm at 12, that seems a little disappointing.